Today is Tuesday, January 12th, 2016. We're at 36709 Marler. We're doing a diagnostic video of the sewer. The sewer does go out the back of the house. The main cleanout's located behind the bar. Sean was here over the weekend and did a cable on a main line backup. We're going to pause our recording at this time. We're going to get some water flushed to get our lens clear. Here, and you can actually see what you got going on.
Actually, if you want, take these over there. I grabbed some out and put them in my pocket earlier.
Oh, alright.
Thank you, though.
Okay. Go ahead, Tom. That way you can see what you got going on.
I gotta warn you ahead of time, Tom. This is a dirty video, so I might need to see your ID to make sure you're of age to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to take a look at the monitor, this is obviously the inside of your sewer. Right now, I'm about a foot into it, so we're probably right here at the wall.
Yeah.
So right now, we're in the 4-inch cast iron that you have. Got a little bit of standing water in it. That's not uncommon. It's not too bad. You see you got a lot of buildup on the outside of the pipe, or the inner diameter of the pipe there. So right here is where we convert from the 4-inch cast iron that we're in right now to the 6-inch crock. You see you're holding some water there. You got some tree roots and some calcium on the left side right there. So now we're dropping into that 6-inch line, which is holding water. Which is never good when we're kind of camera, because we don't really get to see too much. You know, my camera head's only this big, you know, so you get more than an inch and a half of water in the bottom. You don't really see too much. You know, what that is basically a belly of the line. What's happening is water's leaking out of the pipe, so it's kind of eroding the bed underneath the pipe, and it's causing that pipe to sag. You know, so once you start getting the dip in the pipe, it always holds water. You know, which isn't a good thing. You don't want standing water in your line. I mean, if you had a little bit that was maybe like a foot long, you know, half-inch deep, not a big deal. This is, you know, a complete roadblock. So every time you flush the toilet, all your waste is dropping out of that 4-inch line into the 6, and the 6 is filled with water. So it instantly slows down the flow. You know, all those particles that you see floating around, that's all just waste that's been sitting in there breaking down. You know, but what happens, depending on the toilet paper you use, that toilet paper, you know, you start getting into like the Quilted Northern and the Charmin, the 4-ply stuff. That stuff takes weeks to break down, so now you just got this big soggy pile of toilet paper that's just sitting in the line, stopping everything from flowing past it. You know, like all that you see on the bottom, it's all just toilet paper breaking down. So what's it been? You had a backup a few days ago, but then prior to that was about a year?
2014. And you guys come out, cleaned it out, and about a couple months later, it plugged up again. I was pissed off at you guys, so I got somebody else out.
Well, you know, unfortunately, snaking really is just a temporary fix. Like I tell everybody, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. All you're doing is masking the problem. You'll get that water to go down, you'll stir up all that pasty waste that's in there, you know, but then it's just a matter of time before it backs up on you again. Now this right here, I can't get my camera to go past it. And see, as I'm pulling my camera back very slow, that hole that I made is now closing back up. It's basically because it's filled with waste. You know, that could just be a major chunk of calcium that's sitting there. Could actually be a piece of your pipe that broke off and fell in. And at this point, I can't really tell what it is.
So whatever was snaked out is filled up.
Well, yeah, like I was saying, we go in and snake it. You know, here you have a 3.5-inch access. Obviously, your pipe's converting to 6-inch outside the home. We can't run a 6-inch cutter to actually scrape the walls of the pipe and eliminate everything. So you're taking a pipe that's this big and just basically cutting a small little hole in the bottom. You know, our cable, we can't control where it goes, so it's always going to follow the path of least resistance, which is going to be the same path that it was snaked from before and before and before. You know, but when you get into like calcium and tree roots, you know, you'll never get it all out. I mean, there's solutions to getting things out.
So is this where we're looking at water jet?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a hydro jet would be your next step, just to try to clean this up so we can see what's going on. You could have broken pipe there. It could just be maybe a minor offset that's holding all this up, and we can do, you know, a small patch or something to it. You know, but right now, not being able to get past that and not really seeing what it is, you know, that would be my recommendation. Jet it, get it cleaned up, and then let's reevaluate it and see what's going on.
And run some water and see if that helps clear something up.
Okay.
Or see if that causes it to back up more.
You know, and that's why we warranty everything we do. You know, we know that when we're snaking it, we're not going to get everything out, you know. So that's why we always warranty it. You know, even when we do our repairs, we always still give you, you know, at least a 1 return against backups, you know. Some companies, they come out and they see stuff like this, they won't even give you a warranty, which is foolish. You know, you're paying good money to have it snaked, even though we as a company know that, you know, we're not solving your problem. But, you know, I mean, at least at that point, we'd like to know that, you know, if it did back up, hey, we're going to come back and honor what we did. Do you know if there's a manhole cover in your backyard?
There's one in the yard behind me.
Behind you? How deep is your backyard? More than 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering if maybe I was hitting the main and that's why we couldn't see nothing.
Sean was saying he hit a blockage at 40.
Yeah.
I'm at 28 feet right now, and I can't get the camera past it. But I can't tell really what it is. Let's let it run for a few minutes, the water, and
see if it'll clear up.
See if it'll clear up a little bit so we can see maybe we are hitting the back side of the main. You know, because like right there we're hitting something. Could just be calcium, but we can see a little bit of water is flowing past it.
Well, that, if you want to, we can pull that back and try that centering guide and see if that'll help.
See if put it up above it.
Yeah. See if it'll put us above.
Yeah, while it's running, let's do that. We'll throw that on and see if it works.
Hold this out.
You can stay here. This will only take a second, Tom.